Hello, today we're going to be doing a quick update on the tropics. To start off, looking at the CPC, we have potential activity going on in the Western Pacific and the North Atlantic. There's also some activity highlighted for the East Pacific, which there's a system active, and a system active in the North Indian as well. Starting off in the Atlantic, we have our Invest, which has a 50% chance of developing. But if this system doesn't develop soon, its chances will rapidly decrease. Other systems coming off shore, the one that had the chance of forming at the southern part of the cold front does not have a chance of forming, and the other Invest or low pressure system does not either. After moving off the coast of the eastern United States, again, its chances have gone down to zero. Like I said, if this system does not form soon, in the central Atlantic, just to the west of Bermuda, it will likely not form. In the eastern Pacific, we have Dora, which is a tropical storm. The disturbance behind it has a 40% chance of developing over the next 7 days, according to the National Hurricane Center. And looking at this other wave that had a chance of developing, it now has a 0% chance of forming. It is just marked by the NHC. It is currently in the Central Pacific. Now looking at the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, we have Tropical Cyclone 04B and Typhoon 06W, or Khanun, in the Western Pacific, which is clearly a typhoon, a clear eye on the satellite imagery. Now looking at the individual storms, we see Tropical Storm Dora, which is looking impressive on radar. It's in its intensifying phase, definitely. Looking at Khanun in the Western Pacific, a clear eye is formed, like previously mentioned, and it's looking like its eye has been building up recently, and it's intensifying. So we need to be watching that, and let's hope that it does not intensify further or maintain its intensity before it goes to land. Looking at the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, this system is moving slowly, and is expected to eventually move to the north and east after moving almost due west towards China. It is not expected to make landfall in China as of now. This is the current low pressure system center, the location. It is to the west of Taiwan at about 128 degrees east, 25 degrees north. Looking at the models for track, the red, I believe that is the GFS, takes it towards China, but the other models do not. That is unlikely as of now, moving towards China, and a curve towards South Korea, and particularly Japan, is more likely. Looking at the GFS ensembles, we have the purples and pinks indicating a very high intensity of this system. So as of now, the system is not moving very fast, but it is expected to maybe intensify slightly and then move off to the north. We'll have more updates to come on this system. And finally, the GEPS ensemble has a general movement towards Japan and South Korea. Looking at 04B, it is almost inland at this point. A lot of its convection is inland, but it looks like it is around the shoreline of Bangladesh and India as of now. Looking at the Joint Typhoon Warning Center cone, it is expected to become a tropical depression or post-tropical as it moves inland into Bangladesh and eventually India. This is the low pressure system, and as you can see, it is right along the coast of Bangladesh. The models show it moving inland, and the GFS takes it pretty far inland, but it will likely be weaker by the time we get to that. And then this just shows the general decrease in intensity over time, with this system. This is the GEFS, and this was the GEPS tracks. Right now, looking at Invest 97L, which is the one that has a 0% chance of forming. You could tell from the satellite imagery, all the convection has really gone away, and it has no chance of forming. And its winds as of now are tropical storm force, but it is going to be weakening, and it has no tropical characteristics. Now, finally, looking at Invest 96L, which is our other system, you could see that the convection is really only in the western part of the system. The eastern part of the system. To the west, there is very little convection. You could even see the swirl of without convection moving off to the north and west. All right, and then the track guidance brings us to the north, and then the northeast, to the east of Newfoundland and Canada. And then the intensity guidance shows us possibly becoming a tropical depression or storm before its chances really die off by the time we get to around 5 days.